that's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of hit the door stadiums. Small business don't come around and don't survive my ratings. All I talk about and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. You sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you ever offended my clearly cracked the mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm fade down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the eating, and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a moment? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos versus Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been all systems going this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 14 carries, 74 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson. And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with an acrobatic catch. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Rolling to his left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He finds Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And now out come the Jets. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Paul again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write them off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A give running right is Hall. Powers through. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. Here's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Conklin's first season in New York saw him match his production from Minnesota almost to the number. And the Jets, they will happily continue to take those numbers as he delivers again with a first down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick-6 there, and they are off to the races here in this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll go again with Hall. He'll get this down to the 38.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Straight ahead is Hall. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Rodgers again now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to at least get one score back. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? But you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught by Wilson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escapes the sack. Now he's forced out left. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he stays up. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy 92 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Rodgers now on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers to throw once more. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, here's Hall. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Kohlman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Richie James, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jamar Chase, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail the visiting Eagles at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's a leap, and he's got it. He got it. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away. Changes what your play called.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are pouring it on.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Rodgers. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy high in the air to bring it in. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 49 the mark. 49 the mark.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, some strong running. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Able to shake him off. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. What an impressive grab by Jeudy. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Now Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
And I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Hall again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got... And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 72 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Marr now to kick this one away. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Rodgers now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Jerry Judy,
45 yards.
And the Broncos are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Looking to throw. Rodgers. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jude. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 74 yards. And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And New York set to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the sixth time today. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy finding the end zone yet again. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. New York ready to go again offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. On first down, Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers again now. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way, richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, laid back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but